It is an honour to be here in a room full of what I consider to be the most important people on the planet. Actors. They're just better than ordinary people, aren't they? We all know that. Imagine a world without actors. Oh, God, it doesn't bear thinking about it. Imagine if they ever went on strike.
Ricky Gervais pulls back the curtain on Hollywood, revealing celebrities who talk about empathy, but live in luxury, collecting awards and jetting around in style.
On a serious note, just looking at all the faces here reminds me of some of the great work that's been done this year by cosmetic surgeons. You all look great. I've had a little bit of work done. I've had cheek implants. They put them there, which is annoying.
The so-called champions of social justice with their flawless cheek implants, because who knew battling oppression required such perfectly sculpted faces?
Thank you. You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting these awards, so I don't care anymore. I'm joking. I never did. NBC clearly don't care either. 5th time. So, I mean, Kevin Hart was fired from the Oscars because of some offensive tweets. Hello. Lucky for me, the Hollywood foreign press can barely speak English, and they've no idea what Twitter is. So I got offered this gig by fact.
J, the king of not holding back, hosts award shows like it's just another task. Nothing screams prestige, quite like a host dodging Hollywood's hypocrisy with a smirk and a sharp punchline.
It isn't just about the people in front of camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world, people from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Look, talking of all you...
Ron and Farrow finally give Hollywood something to fear. Turns out, it takes larger-than-life heroes to leave Tinseltown's elite shaking in their designer, gutsy love.
The greatest living director made the news for his controversial comments about the Marvel franchise. He said they're not real cinema and they remind him of theme parks. I agree. Although I don't know what he's doing hanging around theme parks. He's not big enough to go on the rides, is he?
Ironic how Scorsese is celebrated for his cinematic masterpieces, yet he firmly rejects superheroes. Who needs capes when you can immerse yourself in 3 hours of mobster drama?
No one cares about movies anymore. No one goes to the cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone's watching Netflix. This show should just be me coming out going, well done Netflix, you win everything. Good night. But no, we got to drag it out for 3 hours. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer, and it's still more fun than this, okay?
Welcome to today's entertainment world, where movies feel like a ghost town, TV is a thing of the past, and everyone worships the almighty Netflix.
Seriously, most films are awful, lazy, remakes, sequels. I've heard a rumour that there might be a sequel to Sophie's Choice. I mean, that'd just be Meryl Streep going, well, it's got to be this one then. All the best actors have jumped to Netflix and HBO, you know. And the actors who just do Hollywood movies now do fantasy adventure nonsense. They wear masks and capes and really tight costumes. Their job isn't acting anymore. It's going to the gym twice a day and taking steroids, really. Have we got an award for most ripped junkie?
Hollywood, where meaningful storytelling takes a backseat to flashy green screens, and Oscars are just shiny decorations for superhero flicks. Who needs depth when you've got non-stop explosions?
Well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and fuck off, okay?
Criticizing exploitation from a glamorous stage, all while cashing checks from the very system they claim to oppose.
Ricky G here, wellness and beauty influencer. As a celebrity, I know all about stuff, like science and politics, so trust me when I tell you who you should vote for. If you don't vote the right way, that's like a hate crime, or makes me sad and angry, and I'll leave the country. And you don't want that.
Stepping into the role of a typical Hollywood star, Ricky hilariously points out how celebrities love to push their political views onto their fans.
Foreign Press Association. It was a big year for 3D movies. Toy Story, Despicable Me, Tron. Seems like everything this year was three-dimensional. Except the characters in The Tourist. I feel bad about that joke. No, I'll tell you why. I'm jumping on the bandwagon, because I haven't even seen The Tourist. Who has? But no, it must be good, because it's nominated. So shut up, okay? And I'd like to quash this ridiculous rumour going around that the only reason The Tourist was nominated was so the Hollywood foreign press could hang out with Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie. That
3D movies and one-dimensional characters seem to be Hollywood's specialty, except when it comes to storytelling. But hey, at least The Tourist nominations got them some star-studded selfies.
The divorces! What's going on? I mean, Arnold and Maria, J-Lo and Mark Anthony, Ashton and Demi, Kim Kardashian and some guy no one will ever remember. He wasn't around long. 72 days. A marriage that lasted 72 days. I've sat through longer James Cameron acceptance speeches than that.
That Hollywood marriage meant to last forever, as long as the latest blockbuster. Who knew commitment could be shorter than a red carpet stroll?
Of immigrants who came to America about 100 years ago, and they got involved in bribery and corruption, and they worked their way up into high society. But enough about the Hollywood foreign press. I'm joking, I love them, and they're good sports for inviting me back. And what I didn't know, they do an awful lot for charity, and they're non-profit organisation, just like Foreign Press Association. It was a big year for 3D movies. Toy Story, Despicable Me, Tron. Seems like everything this year was three-dimensional. Except the characters in The Tourist. I feel bad about that joke. No, I'll tell you why. I'm jumping on the bandwagon, because I haven't even seen The Tourist. Who has? But no, it must be good, because it's nominated. So shut up, okay? And I'd like to quash this ridiculous rumour going around that the only reason The Tourist was nominated was so the Hollywood foreign press could hang out with Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie.
Ricky J takes a shot at the Hollywood foreign press, comparing it to century-old corruption. After all, what better way to show gratitude than with a backhanded compliment wrapped in fake praise? Once again, Ricky proves that in Hollywood, a bit of controversy can go a long way. Whether he's poking fun at the absurdities of fame or exposing the industry's awkward truths, his bold approach keeps us entertained, and sometimes a bit uncomfortable. But that's the point, right? The more they squirm, the better the show. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss the next video.